Here is 2 black sapotes. The tree is loaded every year. And I'm glad I got one to try, but well, to see if it ripens. If I could only have one, from a taste standpoint, this would be the one.
Now, Rineke is shaped like a Saturn Peach. Now, Bernicker is considered to be one of the best tasting black sapotes by many.
I think part of the reason people might not like the fruit is that sometimes it's not picked at the right stage. I've made granola out of it. I've made baked goods out of them. You know, it's something that you can experiment a lot with. Definitely a different shape from the tree that we were just at.
Everybody, it is November 6, 2025, and I just wanted to give everybody a little update on how my trees are looking and what's growing on here. Get ready for the fall. Mango season is far behind us now, and I got some really interesting videos coming up in the near future, but we are right in the heart of avocado season. It's also a great time to graft your mango trees. Well, that kind of ended. Grafting mango trees ended about two weeks ago or a month ago, and the reason why is because you don't want to keep cutting your trees. It'll affect next year's flowering. But if you can get mango scions from somewhere else, it's still okay to do now. But as the temperature starts to drop and it gets colder, the success rate might not be as good. So it's kind of towards the end of grafting season for mangoes. It's a great time now to graft avocados. If you have avocados, a lot of them are going to start flowering in December and January. So you want to get that done now if you're going to graft avocados. Let me show you around and show you just what else is happening here. I'll give you a quick little tour. So I have pretty much all the trees I can fit in the ground here. And here is 2 black sapotes. We're in mango land here. This one is Wilson Black Sapote, and it's not on water. I have to hand water this one. I got this one as a 15-gallon, and that's a Wilson Black Sapote. This one here is a Black Beauty Black Sapote. This one is on water, and I got this one as a 7-gallon. And Black Sapote season is now. I'll show you my neighbor's tree, and he has Black Sapote. His tree's loaded, and so Black Sapote season is now. And I am in love with Black Sapote. And I'm looking at this tree here. The leaves are getting bit up by some type of bug, but the tree's looking good in general. Now, coming around front here, I do have another Black Sapote here, and this one is an Excalibur. I had a 15-gallon there. I didn't like the way it looked. That's my neighbor's trash, folks, not mine. But I have this one here. This here is an Excalibur Black Sapote. It's looking really nice. So I'm excited about that one. That one's not on water. I hand water it. It's going to do good here. And I keep my Black Sapotes in the front. I don't know how big I'm going to let them get, but that's a fruit not many people know about. And here I have a black cherry. I've been talking a lot about this tree. This is the biggest one I've had. This is a Saturn black cherry. So it's nothing on there right now, but I love this tree or bush or however tall you want to keep it. Now, those of you that have seen my other videos, there used to be a coconut tree here, and I removed the coconut tree for a spot for the Black Sapote. Since I am so limited on space, I have to get strategic. And as much as I like coconuts and I want coconuts, I'll swing around here and show you my neighbor's coconut trees. Look how tall they are. Now, he's an expert at being able to take down those trees and plant new ones. I am not. You'd have to pay $500 to $1,000 to remove one of those trees. That's why I'm choosing not to have those. And I put the Black Sapote here. Now, I also have one other Black Sapote in the front here. And I just wanted to plant different varieties because I know some varieties will fruit at different times. So I'm experimenting to see what varieties fruit at different times. So this variety here is, I'm thinking, I have it in my notes which variety this is. I don't, oh wait, good. There's a tag. This is a Matt Snow variety. The fruit in this is supposed to be really big. That's a Matt Snow variety of Black Sapote. Again, I'm on a hunt for the Black Sapote that fruits in the summertime because all of these fruit in the wintertime. So I'm on the hunt to see the one that fruits in the summertime. And I found the tree. So I'm in the process of getting budwood and creating a tree or several trees. I'll keep you updated. So while I'm here looking at Black Sapote, let's just take a quick look at my neighbor's Black Sapote and see how that's going. So Black Sapote grows really, really tall. And my neighbor's consistently trimming this back. And I don't know what variety this is, but the tree is loaded every year. You only really need one Black Sapote tree, and it's loaded. When I say loaded, you only need one tree. The reason I planted so many is I want to see which varieties are in season when. I have another one, two more I didn't talk about. I'll show you. But this tree is loaded, and if they're not ready yet, just yet, at least this variety, I'm starting to see online more people having Black Sapote. But here's how you tell when they are ready. This one was picked too soon, and when they pick too soon, they'll get wrinkly, but they won't get ripe. But they're really in a persimmon family. And when this comes up, fully up on the tree, it'll be as hard as a rock, but when this comes fully up, that's when you know they're ready to be picked. And we'll make more videos here in the future to see when these are ready. And I'm glad my neighbor, and see, that one's not ready just yet. Well, not yet, because it's still not up. But I'm glad my neighbor doesn't enjoy these as much as I do. So it leaves them for me. But he does like them. While I'm here, folks, this is an amazing story. This Black Sapote was shading out this Mamey tree that's over 20 years old, maybe 25 years old. So he cut the Black Sapote back and look at the Mameys for the first time in 25 years growing on this tree. It might be a seedling tree, but it is loaded. Loaded. Absolutely amazing. So here's a Black Sapote that's lower. And I don't want to pick it just yet because I want you to, it's not ready. Well, maybe I'll pick it here. No, when it's ready, it comes off sooner as well. Here's the Black Sapote I just picked here. And the top is not completely up. It's a little bit more up. But that's how you test it. If there was only a few fruit on the tree, I wouldn't have just picked one and possibly wasted one. This one doesn't look like it's ready because it's not completely up. It's only up in certain areas, but not fully up. And it wasn't extremely easy to pick off the tree, but we'll see. You pick it and then you see, and that's how you know. Now, I was going to make a video showing you the whole yard and showing you all my trees here. But what I've learned is on the longer videos, some of you will hang in there for the whole time, but most of you will only watch around maybe 10-15 minutes of the longer videos. I understand not everyone has the time to watch the whole video. So I'm going to keep this video short here and just do it on Black Sapote today. And I'm glad I got one to try, but well, to see if it ripens. If you prefer the longer videos and you think I should have videos an hour every time, let me know, and I'm happy to do that. But if you prefer the shorter videos so you can see all the content, let me know and I'll do that as well. What's the timing? 15 minutes? 10 minutes? Do you like shorts? or would you prefer the 1-hour videos? Let me know. Here is more of my black sapote. Okay, still in my front yard where all my other black sapotes are, I wanted to put white sapotes and black sapotes here in the front yard because they're not as well known as mangoes, so I try not to have the mangoes in the front yard. I know I have way too many black sapote trees, by the way, everybody. I'm seeing which ones. I've tasted them all. I haven't tasted the Matt Snow, but I've tasted them all. And of all the ones I've tasted, this one is my favorite one by far. This one is called Rineke. Rineke. This is my favorite black sapote. So I'll put some links to the taste test we did last year. And this one's going to grow real nice. I have a really nice spot here for it. So excited about the Rinike Black Sapote. So there it is. If I could only have one from a taste standpoint, this would be the one. And again, black sapote season is usually from December, late November, early December, January, February. So it's usually in the winter, but I have found one that fruits in the summer. And I was there this summer and I videoed it, and I'm going to get budwood and try to propagate it. So I also plant up front some white sapote because these are trees that most people don't know the fruit, as opposed to planting mangoes up front. Up front trees, a sapodilla, white sapote, mamey, star apple. These are better trees for up front in a neighborhood like this. I have some mangoes up here, but it's mostly that. And papayas, I just plant everywhere. I love papayas. And so does my family, so it's great. So we'll look at all these other trees another time. But there's one other one. Well, there's a few more here. So then there's this one here. This one is called Bernicka. And I had a banana tree here, but I got rid of my banana trees. And I put this one here. I got this one from Lara Farms, Miami. And it wasn't looking great. It wasn't looking great, but I had water there, so I wanted to put the banana. All of my black sapotes up front are not on water, but I put that one there, and it's doing well with the water. And this is, this is a Bernicka, which is a decent tasting one, and that's going to give that a nice spot to grow over there. Hence this big tree here, which was a mislabeled mango tree someone gave me. I had it in a 45-gallon. So I wait to see what is growing there, what that is. So, and this mango tree here may be moved if that turns out to be a good black sapote. So I got my white sapote back there in the corner. I have, which is another potentially spot that's struggling, that white sapote. It was a transplant, so that might be another spot for another white sapote. And here's flowering for the first time my pace Mamey, and when I put it here, it opened up this beautiful spot for Mamey. I'll do another video on Mameys. Let's go look in the back and see the last few places I planted black sapote. So here I am in the backyard here, and I plant most of my black sapotes up front, but I really, really love the Rineke. And I planted one back here to give it a lot of space to grow. Again, I had originally a mango tree there that I moved, and then a banana. But now I put this black sapote here. Now it's close to these two mango trees. These trees are 20 feet apart, so that's one in the middle. There'll be no space for me to leave all these trees if I let this grow to its full size. However, if this is as good as I think it's going to be, I have no problem cutting those back a really good amount and perhaps even getting rid of them for the sake of this to just grow here into a beautiful tree. On the other hand, I can keep this one cut back on the smaller side and these as well, and possibly have all of them here. So yes, it's an experiment taking place, but this is a Rinike Black Sapote, another one, the second one I have in the ground. Now I do have some black sapotes in pots that I don't want to say I ran out of space because you don't need that much space. I mean, you don't need that many black sapote trees. You only need one. But this is another Black Beauty tree. Black Beauty Black Sapote. That is a Bernicker Black Sapote. And then I have one more. No, that's the Bernicka. And the other one was one more Rineke that I have in a pot. Now I'm going to go over to my yard and see what's going there. I have one black sapote there in the ground.
Hi everybody, it's Julian from Lara Farms. I'm so excited. Black Sapote season is almost here. We're days away from them to start falling off the tree. And I'm here also to explain and show you all the different kind of varieties that I have here at Lara Farms of black. So what we have today, right now, is a Rinike Black Sapote. Now Rineke is shaped like a Saturn Peach. It's very flat and also very dense inside. It's one of the sweetest ones available. It has a very good flavor, really loved by many people. Now I got Rineke from the Fruit and Spice Park maybe like 30 years ago. Chris Rollins, the curator there at the who used to be the curator, really recommended this one as one of the best ones. So here it is. This is Rinike Black Sapote, one of the varieties I'll be having on the website. All right, guys, now we're next to another variety of Black Sapote. This one's called Bernicker. Now, Bernicker is considered to be one of the best tasting Black Sapotes by many. And these are weeks away from being ready. This perfectly round fruit. It's very, I don't know how to explain it, kind of like a persimmons inside. It's very kind of jello-y inside, and also very sweet. You gotta let it ripen all the way till they turn black. And these are just a few weeks away from being ready, and just want to let everybody know so they don't miss out. So this one's called Bernicker. All right, guys, we got another Black Sapote variety. This one's called Wilson, and this one I got from a long time ago from Richard Wilson himself from Excalibur Nursery. It's a super productive variety. It's very sweet. Let me cut one for you here. Now, the longer you leave them on the trees, the sweeter they get. Now, this one is definitely shaped different from Rineke. It has a more traditionally round shape, and they get pretty sweet. And I was really impressed with this variety because I really didn't expect much from it. But it's actually really good, and it's super productive. It makes a lot of fruit, and it doesn't take really any maintenance at all. So yeah, this is the Wilson Black Sapote. Oh, I wanted to show you guys one more. This one is, my gosh, this has to be, I think, the rarest Black Sapote that I have in my collection because it's so unusual. They're never shaped like this. I mean, it's shaped almost like a persimmon because, you know, they're from the same family. Now, this one is called Oblong, and my gosh, I acquired this one about 20 years ago from Richard Campbell himself. He had a collection over there at Fairchild Garden. This one is the Oblong variety, and it's super rare. I'm really happy I have this variety, and the tree's beautiful, and it has kind of its own characteristics as far as growth habit. It's very dense. It has a very smaller size leaf, and they're really pretty. I mean, I'm used to seeing these things round like a tomato, but this guy is oblong.
Okay, here I am in my yard here, and again, I'm out of space, so I have to strategically figure this out. I put a Rineke in the ground right here, which is in the front of my house, next to this Malabar chestnut tree that is growing nice, but I only put it there to separate from my neighbor's parking spot to mine. My real goal and hope is for this Black Sapote to grow nicely right here in this spot. That is Black Sapote, Rineke. And the front of my house, it starts getting skinnier and skinnier. Here is a hedge of the black cherry that I just put in that I spoke about in a previous video. And I still have these for sale if anyone's looking for a black Saturn cherry. But here is the Black Sapote tree. That's another Rineke. I love this variety so much. I cut back my star fruit, so this will have more room. It's getting more sun. This temporary papaya tree is here, but that's in front of the house there. Another Black Sapote Rineke, my favorite variety. All right, everybody, here we are. This is Chris at Truly Tropical, a mango grove, but they have other fruits as well. And it is almost Black Sapote season. And Chris has this tree that's loaded with Black Sapote. And if you look at Black Sapote on YouTube, Chris is talking about Black Sapote for many years. Hi, Chris, how you doing?
Hey, good, yeah.
So tell us about Black Sapote, because a lot of people don't appreciate the fruit as much as you do. So tell us about your love for Black Sapote.
I think part of the reason people might not like the fruit is that sometimes it's not picked at the right stage. And none of this is at the right stage. The fruit inside turns black and is fairly wet inside, and but the skin, right now is green. When the fruit is ready to pick, the skin gets thinner and actually looks blackish green, and so that's one signal that it's ready to pick. Another thing that I look for is that the top of the fruit, this part here, will actually lift off the fruit a little bit, and you'll be able to see light through there. That's another sign that it's ready to pick. But none of this fruit has been ready to pick yet, and it's a fruit tree that I check often because I'm a big fan.
Now, do you have more than one variety, or is this the one tree you have?
This is the main tree I have, but I'll show you another tree that I have that is not too far away and fairly interesting.
Now, I've seen Black Sapote fruit much bigger than these. I know these aren't fully mature yet, but do these get much bigger?
Well, they do get some bigger, but part of the problem this year with the small fruit is that there's a ton of fruit on this tree. I wouldn't be surprised if there's over 1,000 fruit on it. And so when you have a lot of the plant's resources going to growing fruit, then it sometimes doesn't grow as big because it has to be split up between so many fruit. But this particular variety does get a little bigger than the biggest fruit is now. I mean, this is still smaller than it can get, but I know that there are other varieties that get much bigger.
Now, do you know the name of this variety?
Well, it just was one that they were growing in Pine Island. I don't think that they had named it anything.
Okay, and this tree here, I know you trim your mango trees. Do you trim your Black Sapote tree?
Well, we didn't trim it this year because it had so many flowers on it. I, didn't want to lose any of the flowers. So as soon as we start picking fruit, we'll make this shorter because it is a little tough to get to the top of the tree. And also trim some of the sides back. The main thing that I was doing this past season is just trimming the branches that were being pulled to the ground.
And this particular variety that you have here, when is the season for it?
Well, it depends on the weather. I expect that we will start getting the first fruit in a month or so. But yeah, just nothing's ready on the tree yet.
I found some people that have Black Sapote trees that actually fruit in the summertime. And it's very exciting. Yeah,
it's different varieties and such. I think California is the state that has the most enthusiasm for Black Sapote and White Sapote. But it's a great fruit. I really enjoy it, and I feel like it's the perfect sweetness for me. It's just it's not very sweet at all. And what I do is I take a ripe fruit and put it in the refrigerator. And when it's nice and cold, I'll take it out and eat it with peanut butter. And, you know, that's my personal favorite way of eating it, but you know, I'm sure everybody else has their own. I've made granola out of it. I've made baked goods out of them. You know, it's something that you can experiment a lot with.
Wonderful. You said you had another tree you wanted to show us?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's head over. Here is my other black sapote tree. You see, it's the flat.
Yeah.
I think that's Marita, Bernicker.
Is it Bernicker, you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think that Marita and Bernicker are used interchangeably. This is unfortunately one that is not going to be a good fruit, but I can get it off. Got split probably from too much heat. That's one side. But this is, you know, not its full size, but definitely a different shape from the tree that we were just at. And you know, they get like those big flat tomatoes kind of.
Did you plant this tree?
I planted. I'm trying to think of what I did. I planted a black sapote that I think had not yet fruited, and grafted this variety onto it. So I don't limit myself to only grafting mangoes, but grafting mangoes is like 95% at least of what grafting I do.
And how easy or hard is it to graft a black sapote in your opinion?
Yeah, it's pretty easy, yeah.
Okay. And of these two varieties, which one fruits, do they fruit at the same times?
They don't seem to. This particular variety seems to take a long time to develop the fruit. Not that the other one is a speedy developer, but it is something that we've had to wait a long time for, you know, for this particular tree to fruit.
Do you sell the fruit or the trees?
I try. You know, depending on the season, I will sell the fruit. And the season, if we have so much fruit I can't eat it all, then I sell it. There have been some years that we've had very few black sapote fruit, but this year looks like a good year, so I hope that it pans out.
And the thing that's so great about it is it's off-season than mangoes usually.
Yeah, it is, and it's got a lot of nutrition in it too.
Yes. And it's in the persimmon family, right?
Yeah. Some people call it black persimmon. So yeah, it's. I don't believe that you can graft black sapote onto persimmon rootstock and have it live for long. It will live a little bit, but best to use black sapote rootstock. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for showing us your passion for your black sapote. All right.
No problem.
The black sapote fruit stays unripe when you pick it. It stays green. There's a way to know how to pick it, as I discussed in this video. It's in the persimmon family, so you must eat them when they are ripe. You can't eat them when they're not ripe. So you pick them off the tree when they're ready to be picked and they're still green, and then you sit them on your countertop for 4 days up to a week. You know when they're ready to eat when they turn black. In this picture, I see one that's green and unripe and one that's black and ready to eat. It turns kind of soft and mushy, and sometimes the skin is wrinkled when they're ready to eat. They're super soft. If you let them ripen on the tree, they'll fall and splatter. So you have to get them before they get ripe on the tree. Here's a picture of a ripe one on the inside, and that's the way it should look. This one looks like it was cut too soon, and that's the way it shouldn't look. It's too dry, and it's going to have a cake consistency like this, but not sweet. When they look like this on the inside, they're super sweet. Each variety may look a little different in size and also flavor and also in what describing the color. But a ripe one on the inside is going to look something like this. And sometimes when they're green on the outside, they will, but you just have to learn when to do it. Sums up my black sapote video, and like I said, I was going to do this on a full yard tour, but in time-wise, I wanted to keep this shorter because I'm starting to see a lot of people don't have time to sit through an hour video. Let me know, please, in the comments how you feel about that. If you'd like the the longer videos, or is 15 minutes just perfect for you? Is that the nice spot? And as we're talking about black sapotes today, I could tell you the places where I get the black sapotes. So there's 3 primary places where I get black sapotes. There's many other wonderful nurseries that I have here all the time that sell black sapote. I want to support all local nurseries, so I recommend you go out to all of them. For my black sapote trees, I got them from 3 places, I could tell you. The first place I got my black sapote's tree from was where I tasted the black sapote. And not only does this place have black sapote trees, but they have black sapote fruit. And that is Lara Farms in Miami. They have 4 or 5 different varieties of black sapote fruit, and they have a variety box of black sapote, so you could taste all of the different varieties, and they're about to be in season. I think they're a few weeks away where they're going to start shipping the fruit out. So you could actually taste, and it's the only nursery I know that sells black sapote where you could actually taste the black sapote fruit. And I am telling you, they have the Rineke available, but it sells out fast. They have all these different varieties, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4 varieties in the ground. Why? Well, when you taste this, you'll know why. I like the other varieties, but I love the Rineke, and you can taste them coming up here starting in a few weeks. Stay on the lookout, Lara Farms Miami, or call them up now and say, put me on a list. I want to make sure I get a box of Rinike Black Sapote, but get the variety box and taste all of them so you can see. But Julian at Lara Farms, besides the fruit, he also sells the trees. So that's one place where I got my trees from. The other place is a nursery I go to all the time here in West Palm Beach. It's Zane's World Nursery. In Zane's World Nursery, I got most of my black sapote trees. The downside is he doesn't ship in the mail, but he always seems to have trees in stock. So there's an upside and a downside. So definitely order some of the fruit from Lara Farms. See what, if you're looking in the mail, if you're not local, definitely order a tree from him. If you're local, definitely check out Zane's World, see what trees he has in stock. He always seems to have them in stock. And I'm really excited about that. And then finally, the other place, well, there's 2 more places. The other place is Fruitscapes on Pine Island, Florida, which is out of this area, but they're on the west coast of Florida. That's where I got my Black Beauty Black Sapote, and he's the only one I know that has a Black Beauty variety available, and he is in, that's in Fruitscapes in Pine Island, so you could check him out. Now, I frequently visit all of these farms. I could pick up trees for you and have them available here in Lake Worth, Florida, if you can't get to these other places. If you want Black Beauty ones and variety, and you're over in that area, and you're not in that area, they don't ship either. So you contact me, and I could pick one up and arrange for you to pick it up here in West Palm Beach, that variety of Black Sapote. So keep that in mind if you want that variety. Definitely excited about tasting that. I haven't tasted the Black Beauty or the Matt Snow yet. I've tasted the other ones. So those are the places where you can get them. You can get them from Lara Farms, Zane's World, Fruitscapes, or me. You know, if you want one of these, if I'm down at Lara Farms and you want to get it, but you can't get down there, I don't ship. Julian ships, so that's a great advantage. You could do that. So that is with Black Sapotes. That's what we got growing on here. At another house, I have one tree. It's a HOA, but I planted it in the front after a hurricane over 15 years ago, and the tree is huge. Probably one of the hugest trees I've seen in a long time around. And it's loaded right now as well, so I'll be making more videos going back there when the fruit when it's in season, which is coming up here soon because the tree's loaded. And that other tree that I filmed that is in fruit in the summer also has fruit in the winter, so it fruits twice a year, which is really amazing. And I'm going to get budwood from that, and I'm going to propagate some trees for that. I'll keep you updated in a future video when that happens. Thank you for watching, everybody. Put your comments and questions below. If you've tasted other varieties than the ones I just mentioned, or even these varieties, let me know what you thought about them. That's how we learn. That's how we help each other. So let us know. But get ready, everybody, in South Florida for Black Sapote season. And definitely, wherever you are in the country, try Black Sapote. Order a box from Lara Farms, Miami. I'll put all those links below. Until then, everybody, have a great day and keep growing.